Hey Elias, so today is the 31st of July. We just had our call earlier today, 31st of July 2022. This is the port of Los Angeles. This is one part of it. Now you see that boat there? That is a Los Angeles fireboat. That boat is like a fire engine, but it goes in the water and it goes towards the ships that need help with a fire. Let's zoom in a little bit on it. It says Los Angeles Fire Department, if you can see that. And this, like I said, this is the port of Los Angeles, and you can see all these containers coming from all over the world. And this is one tiny part of it. It's massive. This is a small portion. And you can see up there, you see these two massive ships? They are huge. They are Evergreen. Evergreen is a company from China. There's a country called China. And you may have heard of it. You're a child, you may not have heard of it. And this is based out of China. And that boat you can see there, it says Ever Luna. That one's called Ever Luna. The one behind it is called Ever Forever. Let's try and see if we can get that zoom in for you. It says Ever Forever. Let's see if you can see that. Ever Forever. And those cranes up there are actually what go down onto each ship. They go down onto each ship to pick up each single container. The container's that rectangular thing. See the red ones, the green ones, there's orange, there's a little blue one there, a white one. Those cranes pick up one at a time and they put them down over there. And you are in amazing luck, because you have got some great luck, because there's a huge pink cargo ship leaving right now, and that one is a ONE ship. That is a Japanese company. So the green, Elias, Chinese company, and that pink one is from Japan. We are gonna look at this. It's called ONE TRITON or TRITON or TRITON, and that is leaving the port of Los Angeles now. That's leaving the port of Los Angeles. It's moving very slowly. Do you see that boat on the front, Elias? That boat is actually called a tug boat. It pulls. Yeah, believe it or not, it's actually pulling that. That boat is under power. Its engine is on. And this one is just pulling it, like guiding it out. Because it's a very, very dangerous, kind of very tight area here for a huge ship to go through. If you have a look. It then becomes very large over there to exit the port of Los Angeles. And it goes out to the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean. That's one of the biggest oceans in the world. So here we are again. You're very, very lucky to see this. People come here, drive all the way here just to see this leaving. It's massive. I hope the video does it justice so that you see how big it is. I'm going to pause the video, then I'll resume it when it's up a bit closer. Actually, I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to leave this. You can have a look at this. So you can see how slow it's moving. And this is the port of Los Angeles Fire Department station. Those two boats you see right in the middle of your picture, the smaller ones, these are fire boats, and that's the fire station. That says number 2 on it. And actually there's a big ship behind there. It's a grey ship. See my finger there? That's actually a big US Navy ship that's actually docked here. Docked is like parking a car. They call it docking a ship. And people can actually go on that grey ship to have a look at it and have like a tour of it. So here we are again with the ONE Japanese ship. ONE TRITON. It is an amazing sight. This ship, Elias, is bigger than most streets in probably in London. It's bigger. It's probably longer than many of the streets in London, and it's probably as wide as probably 2 or 3 main streets. It's huge. As you can see, look, the tugboat, he's moving now. He's turning. I think he's leaving him to go on his own. I think he's letting him go. Yeah, the tugboat has done his job, Elias. Tugboat, as you can see, he's let go of the ship. They've released the tug. They've released the big rope that they had connected to the ship. And I think the ship is now going to go on its own power and its own direction. You might be able to see how big it is now because it's right in front of me, right in front of the camera. Look how big it is. By the way, Elias, one container of that is the size of the biggest truck you can see in England on the road, even here in America. Just one is the size of the biggest truck. Look at how many containers are all side by side there, to give you an idea of how long this is. How long is that? And you can also see a bridge back there. You may be able to tell that's a bridge. If I wait until maybe a truck goes on it, you'll realize it's a bridge. There are small cars on it right now. That's called the Vincent Thomas Bridge here in Los Angeles. Vincent Thomas Bridge. There's a car. You see there's a small car on there. You might see a truck going on, and then you'll realize it's a bridge. Let's come back to the O&E ship. As you can see, Elias, the back of the ship is flat. The back of the ship is flat. And if you remember, the front is pointed so that it can go through all the waves. If the ship tried to go with the flat piece, it would be pushing against all the waves. It would be very, very high resistance. The ship would be very, very slow, and it may not even be able to make it through the big waves. It needs to have a sharp front. If you see the front of it there, it's like a sharp, pointy front. Just like this green one here. You see the front of this ship, Elias, that is so that it can go through the waves. It's not flat. Like, let's come back to the O&E one. See that? That is too flat. That will be very difficult to go through the waves. Now look how wide it is from the back, Elias. Remember, I told you each one of those is on the biggest truck you can see in London or in England or even in the US. Look at how many we've got there. Let me try and count. Let's see. Give an estimation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 containers wide. 15 trucks wide. And that's just inside the ship. And then don't forget you got the outside part of the ship to realize how big this ship is. Amazing. It is amazing. It's an amazing sight. And all these containers contain what? They have things like furniture, tissue, paper, computers, bikes. Not really food, probably, maybe sort of like potatoes and rice, but it would have like, big things, and sometimes it would also have cars in them as well. Because these containers, you could put anything. You could put a car in there. You could put maybe 2 cars in there. So it's carrying this all over the world. And we're going to say bye-bye O&E. Have a safe trip. That's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Assalamu alaikum.